Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Namaste, Atmavandan. A very warm welcome to you all. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Atmavandan, everyone, and a very warm welcome to you all. Thank you so much for joining us today. And today we're on the wonderful book, The Compassionate Buddha, by the very learned Anandamurti Guruma. And we're going to carry on with the chapter, which is chapter 18, followed by a short meditation, and then we'll have time to reflect the key learnings from today's chapter. So without further ado, chapter 18, page 177. Seek and you shall find within. The one who plunges in the deep waters alone gets the pearl. The one who seeks finds me. You searched for me in temples and mosques, but I was never confined to any four walls. I am right within you. You didn't see, for you didn't want to see me. You didn't find me, for you didn't want to find me. The one who plunges in the deep waters alone gets the pearl. Only the one who plunges a plunge into the ocean within finds the pearl of wisdom and bliss. You do pilgrimage to far-flung places, be it Kedarnath, Badrinath, Ayodhya, Rameshwaram. What do you do once you get there? After all the efforts you take, buy the tickets, endure the inconvenience of long journeys, spend not only money but your time as well, and then finally arrive at that place. And what happens when you reach the destination? Yet another rat race begins there. Find out what time the temple doors open, what time the oblation is to be done, what stuff is needed for the oblation, not to mention the priests who pester you to perform the oblation for fulfillment of this wish, and that oblation for fulfillment of that wish. Furthermore, people are not interested in doing the oblation, offering the prayers themselves. Instead, they seek priests, reed agents, and pay them for making the offerings on their behalf. So, all in all, people while away their precious time by frequenting temples, mosques, misguidedly seeking shortcuts by entrusting middlemen like priests to get them the treasure without having to put in any efforts. Even on the path to God, you are seeking agents, middlemen, be it a Hindu priest or a Muslim Maulvi or a Sikh Pai, and sometimes even the Guru acts as the agent. He says, become my disciple, and your liberation is guaranteed. But remember, there is no room, no place for any third person in your relationship with God. After all, will you tolerate a third person in the middle of your relationship with your husband or your wife? Likewise, there is no place for any third party in the relationship between you and God, not even the master, the guru. A master's role is only preparatory, to evoke dispassion for the world, evoke an intense desire in you to seek the truth, prepare you to become a seeker, to inspire you to tread the path with conviction. Once the disciple becomes a seeker, in the real sense of the word, dispassion arises in his heart, and the quest takes root in his mind. Then the master takes a back step, and he showers you with merciful blessings, wishing that you succeed phenomenally. I remember a delightful bhajan. Go, go, my dear, and live with your master. Although you may go away, and live at a distance. You will always be close to my heart. There is a charming story behind the words of this bhajan. Gorakhnathji's mother is saying to her son, "Dear boy, now go and live with your master, because I have realized that your life is not meant for this world. Instead, your life is meant to be with your master, to serve your master." Can you imagine how difficult it must have been for the mother to bid adieu to her son? But she did so with a smile on her lips, sending him off to his master smilingly. In this first stanza of this bhajan, the mother is sending Gorakhnath to his master, and when Gorakhnath attained enlightenment, then his master asks him to return to the world for the welfare of mankind. Hence, in the second stanza of the bhajan, the master is bidding adieu to Gorakhnath, saying, "No matter how far you go away physically, but you will always be close to my heart." So the master's task is to prepare you for the journey, to make a place in your heart for dispassion and love for the divine, to create an intense desire to seek. But once the disciple enters the world of sadhana, the journey is to be undertaken by the seeker alone. The master's role then remains of offering advice on any stumbling blocks that the seeker encounters, answers his queries, and clarify his doubts. But who has to perform the sadhana, the spiritual practices? The fact is that on the spiritual path, even the guru cannot come in between God and the seeker. And this is right as well. Why will the master come in the middle? After all, is it the master or is it you who wants to attain God? Agreed, there is no denying that a master's presence and guidance is absolutely imperative, essential, without which one will be unable to tread the path at all. However, one has to be very clear as to what role the master plays. The guru aids in preparing the soil of your mind, filling it with the fertilizers of dispassion, power of discrimination and resolve, removing all the stones and gravel of negativities. The master imparts his wisdom, teaches you all the spiritual practices to be meditative, and after having prepared you thus to become a seeker, he then quietly backs off. What a benefactor! Not only does he give his all to you, but he never makes you feel obliged. He happily watches you evolve and ascend on the spiritual path, although it is unlikely that he will convey his admiration to you, so that your ego doesn't pop up its ugly head again. How pleased my master is with me. Sometimes a master has to be hard on you, which is again for your own good. But to take this on board without feeling hurt, one has to have immense faith in the master, trusting him implicitly. A lot of patience and power of discrimination is required so that one doesn't take the seemingly harsh behavior to heart, feeling any aversion. Nobody can come in between you and God, and no one should even attempt to do so. But alas, you were seeking outside when all the time the divine was right within you. Instead of delving within, you run helter and skelter to temples, gurudwaras, mosques, and what did you get? You get concrete buildings, priests, Maulvis who make you further entangled. Do the oblation this way, do this, as this is virtuous. Don't do that, as that is a sin. People are afraid, fearful of going to hell. Hence the deluded people do all that the middlemen ask them to do. In places like Haridwar, it is common to see the so-called priests ripping off the naive, trusting people by hastily performing apparent rituals, either for themselves or for the liberation of any dead family member. These priests are like hawks, waiting for their next prey, and there is no dearth of naive victims either. I remember around 15, 16 years ago, once I was sitting on the banks of River Ganga in Haridwar, enjoying the beauty of the gushing pristine water and the pleasant winter sunshine. I noticed a family who had just poured the ashes of a deceased elder member of their family into the river and were performing the rituals. A priest was instructing them. Turn your palm upwards. Now keep the flowers here. Hold the rice in your hand and keep it there and do this, do that. And they kept on mutely following whatever the priest was asking them to do. The priest conducted the ritual with such a lightning speed that the entire palaver took no more than 10 minutes. And he was quick to ask for his fees, dakshina. Seeing all that super fast mumbo jumbo, I thought this was faster than an instant noodle. In a matter of 10 minutes, the priest claimed that he had performed all that was needed to redeem the deceased from all his sins and liberate his soul. And why was he speaking in such haste, such breathtaking speed? Because he had other customers waiting in a queue. There was a time when I used to wear only white clothes. Once I was sitting on the banks of the river Ganga in Haridwar, enjoying its beauty, when one such hawkish priest pounced upon me. He immediately rattled off the list of rituals he could perform, asking me for my name, gotra, family details, etc. I cut him short in his trail and said that I wasn't at all interested in anything he was offering to do. However, he persisted and said that if I didn't do the rituals, how would my ancestors be liberated? I promptly retorted that my ancestors' liberation was none of my concern. The fellow continued to pester, saying that I should do the rituals for my own self. I replied that any rituals I deemed necessary, I would do it with my own hands and didn't need him to do so. The chap was intrigued. He wanted to know whether I was a Brahmin, as a Brahmin can perform rituals, mantra resuscitation, etc. I said I was a Brahmin, and at the same time, I wasn't a Brahmin. Now, this baffled the poor fellow completely. So I explained that although I wasn't born in a Brahmin family, but by virtue of my experiential wisdom, I was indeed a Brahmin. Needless to say, the confused fellow walked away, muttering something to himself. I often see people get embroiled in all kinds of rituals in places of pilgrimage, dumbly following the instructions given by the priest. Do they understand what they are doing? Do they understand the meaning of the mantra they are made to chant? And if not, why do they blindly follow the rituals? Why waste your time in these futile rituals, in this futile pursuit outside? It is worthless. The merit, the worth, lies in sincere prayer, meditation, understanding the scriptures, contemplating on the precepts given by the Master and those obtained from the scriptures. All pilgrimages are in a way epicenters, hubs of energy fields, but only the one who has experienced the state of deep meditativeness can make use of these spots. All others go there only to perform rituals, make offerings, partake in the prasad, and maybe give some money for charity. See, there is a way to pay your homage to the deity. Doesn't matter which one, and to the Guru. If you know the right way to offer your obeisance, then offering obeisance in its own right becomes a profound technique of meditation. Simply genuflecting without any sincere sentiments in the heart is no good at all. The bowing of the head should symbolize the bowing of your ego. Such should be the sentiments while falling at the feet of the deity or Guru. May I become one with the dust at your feet. And if one knows how to do this obeisance, then there is no need to visit any pilgrimage, any temple, any mosque, or any gurdwara. Then one can offer the homage, do pranam, wherever you are, for the divine is all pervasive, everywhere. In Islam, there is a wonderful concept of doing namaz. When it is time for namaz, they sit down on a piece of cloth facing west, as Kaaba is in the west, and say their prayer. It doesn't matter where one is at the time of the namaz, be it in a train, on the platform, on the roadside, irrespective of where one is. Hindus, however, worship idols, and hence what matters to them that they get access to the relevant deity. So if it's Navratri, they will go to the temple of Durga, and if there is no Durga temple in the vicinity, they keep on searching for one. Similarly, those who are worshippers of Hanuman will insist on visiting Hanuman temple only. So in a way, the Islamic way of offering namaz doesn't have this hassle of finding the right temple before which one can pray. But even whilst offering namaz, why insist on facing west only? Who lives in the east? The devil? Hence the Jnani, self-realized Gnostic, is the supreme most, because the Gnani says that it is not necessary to go to a specific place or face any specific direction to offer one's homage to God. For the Lord is omnipresent, exists everywhere. When one sees with the eyes of wisdom, one can see the Lord everywhere, in all directions, in every object, in every atom. But only the one who has perceived presence of the Lord within, he alone can see the Lord without. You searched in temples, you searched in mosques, but the Lord says, I am always within you. So why do you seek me outside? You didn't try to search for me within, hence you didn't find me. The Lord says you didn't find me as you didn't want me. You didn't long for me. Would you want to be an unwanted guest in anyone's house? Well, the Lord is a fastidious guest. So he certainly is not going to be unwanted. He certainly isn't going to be an unwanted guest in your house. Have you come to this shiva uninvited? Excuse me. Sorry. The Lord says you didn't find me as you didn't want me. You didn't long for me. Would you want to be an unwanted guest in anyone's house? Well, the Lord is a fastidious guest. So he certainly is not going to be an unwanted guest in your house. Have you come to this shiva uninvited? You received a message through Rishi Amrit, didn't you? Otherwise you wouldn't have come. So if you need an invite before you go anywhere, even before your visit to your guru, then do you think God will come to you without an invitation? The devotee says, now I have no need to seek outside, because my guru has made me understand that the Lord is within. And once you taste the depth of meditativeness, then the question, how should I enter within, will be resolved once and for all. This journey that you have undertaken, this path is new to you, but there is no need to worry. When the desire for pursuit is genuine and intense, all obstacles get taken care of. The Guru, the Master, is that friend who is there with you to make your path easier. The Master is there to resolve the difficulties encountered on this path. Hence, do not ever hesitate to satisfy your queries or doubts. Remember, there is no question in this world that doesn't have an answer. However, there are two kinds of answers, solutions. One that I give to you, and the other answer is that which comes from within you. As long as you don't connect to your inner being, you will have the need to ask me. Go ahead and ask. No issue there at all. However, the answers will help you only if you start doing your spiritual practices diligently. Start delving within. Then you start getting the answers from within. The real Guru, the guiding master, is within you. But as you don't know how to connect with this inner master, there is a need for the outer Guru. And this external master teaches you how to connect with the inner Guru. See, you are not ordinary, my dears. You are indeed special, as the very Lord resides in you. How can you be anything but exquisite? You are walking temples. You are walking, talking temples. Then which other temple do you desire to go to? Truth is that if you have the right devotional sentiments, you will revere this very bodily temple where the Lord resides. What is the need to pay your respect to any external deity? Any time you feel like going to a temple, sprinkle some flowers on your own head and say, "O Lord, residing within, please accept the offering of these flowers with the sentiments of a devotee, regarding this body as a temple. Fold your hands with utmost reverence and devotion and offer your salutations to the Lord residing within your heart." And if you do this with genuine, honest sentiments, you will have an extraordinary experience. Try doing this sometime. Stand in front of the mirror, seeing your own face, bow your head in reverence, saying, "O omnipotent Lord, flowing in my body as the cosmic life force and peering out through these eyes, I bow to you and express my gratitude for keeping this body alive. Feel with all your heart that this body is nothing but his temple. He can never be far from you, for he is you. Any external temple or mosque or gurudwara, they are all man-made. However, this bodily temple has been lovingly made by the hands of the Lord. Hence, can any artificial monument match the exquisite creation of the Lord, which is your very own body? He has breathed prana in your body and has taken a seat in your heart. Sufi fakirs say, "Who is inside? Who is speaking inside?" And then they themselves answer, "It is none other than he who speaks inside." But the pearl will only be attained by the one who dives in the ocean and not by the one who sits on the shore. And the deeper you delve, the more the pearls you will find. There is no comparison whatsoever between this inner wealth and any outer riches. The external riches have no more worth than gravel and stone. Banknotes are nothing but paper, and value of notes can change any time depending on the government. A few years ago, the government declared a 1,000 rupee note as invalid. In those times, all those who had hoarded the 1,000 rupee notes and regarded it as wealth, what was its worth? No more than trash, because as it was black money, they couldn't convert it to white money, or else they would invite the attention of the Inland Revenue. So the 1,000 rupee notes had no more value than a piece of paper. Today, gold has much more worth than iron. But say suddenly lots of gold mines crop up in India and there's gold everywhere. What will be the worth of gold then? So your so-called external riches are dependent on the government and its policies. What is the value of such wealth, which can be taken away from you at any time? No more than trash. In this world, the really rich person is the one who has the wealth of wisdom, wealth of meditativeness, wealth of devotion. That alone is the real prosperity, the real fortune. Okay, chapter 19. Are we okay to carry on? Monikaji, yeah? So chapter 19, page 184. Drop the mask that grins and lies. Love Rama, O my mind, love Rama. Listen to the glory of Govind and sing his songs. Be in association of sages where impure becomes pure. Time is like a lion which is ready to pounce with mouth wide open. Today or tomorrow, death will come. Know this very well. Thus says Nanak, remember, Rama always, else time will soon pass away. Be in love with the Lord, O seeker. Listen nothing but the glory of the divine. Sing nothing but the eulogy of the Lord. The shadow of death lurks over your head. Work on your own liberation before it is too late. If the ears are desirous of listening, then listen to the glory of the Lord. If the tongue is desirous of speaking, then sing the glory of the Lord. But alas, reality is contrary to this. People are so eager to listen to idle gossip, backbiting, tales of others, scandals, others' misfortunes and failures, anything sensational, any juicy gossip, and one's ears become alert. Being keen on knowing what is going on in the lives of other people is an indication of underlying animalistic tendencies. Although having said that, animals are least interested in others' lives. If you have a pet at home, say a dog, what do you think the dog's response will be if you were to tell the dog, "Do you know what the neighbour's dog did yesterday?" Animals are not at all bothered with what others are doing or not doing. Try it out if you don't believe me. But on the other hand, if you tell your spouse, or indeed any other family member, "Do you know what Sharmaji's wife did the other day?" the listener's ears will become highly alert, and he or she will be dying of curiosity, waiting to know what Sharmaji's wife did. It is not that women alone derive pleasure from gossiping. Men too are not immune to this disease. Yes, women are more inclined to be envious of others. A housewife is envious of her mother-in-law or sister-in-laws, whereas a college young-going girl is envious of her female friends. And even if they were to relinquish the world and become a recluse, I have seen that the disease of envy tags along with women even when they come into the ashram, whereas men are more likely to erupt in anger as their fragile ego gets bruised very easily. Anything as silly as someone not greeting can make them angry. I went to my in-law's house and my father-in-law sat down on the sofa but made me sit on the chair. What an insult! This is enough for a man to blow his fuse. Anger comes easily to men as they have much bloated egos that get hurt readily. My caste, my religion, my language, my village. Even a man who doesn't have enough clothes to cover up his body will nonetheless have a thick cloak of ego. Some time ago I had been to a city for open satsang, a discourse open for all. After the programme ended, I was returning to the airport. Some of the members of the organisational committee who had helped in making the arrangements had come to see me off. At the airport it so happened that one of the fellows somehow managed to get permission to enter the departure lounge and could accompany me right up to the departure gate, whereas the other members couldn't, as generally people are not allowed inside due to security issues. Up until that point, everyone was very polite, very courteous. However, as soon as they saw that one of the members had managed to accompany me for a longer distance and they couldn't, they got upset and started arguing angrily with the security guard to let them inside too. I heard raised angry voices and glancing back saw the ugly scene they were creating with the policeman. These were the same people who were associated with me for my satsang, and here they were with their true faces exposed, full of egotism and anger. Such was the pain of their bruised egos that it did not even occur to them that I was watching the entire deplorable spectacle, and what impression that would make on me. Strange are the ways of human behaviour, and stranger is the ego lurking within a man. No one else inflicts pain on you, my dears. You are very well accomplished in doing this job yourself. It is your own ego that gives you pain, makes you miserable. That is why I find Buddha's words of wisdom very appealing. Instead of expounding on God, he directly talked about the malaise present in the mind. Given the presence of these impurities in the mind, Buddha addressed these mental inadequacies directly. He asked people to first focus on their own minds and clear all the garbage that had been accumulated since so many lifetimes, instead of wasting their time on thinking about God. So, what's the use of that when the mind is so diseased? If there are any boils, blisters on your skin, it is no good covering them up and hiding them with a masking cream. That will not eradicate the problem. Instead, the wound will have to be exposed to open air, and if need be, one will have to apply the right medicine. Only then the wound will heal, or else it will continue to fester. I sang a bhajan and you merrily joined me in singing. I talked about knowledge and you happily listened to it. I taught you meditation and you buoyantly did so. But the question is, by listening to words of wisdom, by singing along with me, by meditating, are you simply covering up your mental malaise of vices, egotism, envy, anger? That is why in this Shiva I am working on both aspects, a combination of knowledge and meditation along with appropriate dose of medicine to treat your mind, to mirror your mental maladies to you so that you can see what all is lurking in your own mind, to make you aware that your behavior is no different to those who don't attend satsangs, who are not associated with any guru. What is the benefit of listening to knowledge? What is the use of meditating when even after doing all this, your mind is still full of envy? Your ego is as unyielding as ever. The problem is that no one wants to accept that they have any inadequacies. People are suffering, are in pain, but still do not want to accept that they harbour so much malaise. Don't hide your diseases and ailments from the doctor. The disease will progress with the delay in treatment. If the doctor asks you what the problem is and you say, "Nothing, I am fine," he will get exasperated and say, "Why did you come to me then?" There are some people who hide their symptoms and then suddenly collapse, one day with a massive heart attack or some other disease in an advanced stage. The doctor would want to know if the patient had any symptoms earlier. Then the patient will reluctantly admit, "Yes, I've had chest pain before, but I neglected it." Such people who ignore or hide their symptoms think they are being brave, but this is sheer foolishness. If they were to seek medical help earlier, when the disease was in its early stages, the possibility of getting cured would have been higher. Plus, the cost of the treatment is also likely to be lesser. Hiding your illness is not going to treat the disease. You have to accept that you have a disease, get it diagnosed and treated from a competent doctor. It is only the appropriate medicine prescribed by the doctor that will cure the malady. There are no medicines that will make you healthy. Medicines, drugs can only treat the disease, but they cannot impart health to you. Hence, a doctor will not give you drugs to make you healthy. At the most, he will advise you to make a nutritious diet, exercise, and look after yourself to stay healthy. You can get advice on how to be healthy, but if you insist that I don't want to take any efforts but still be healthy, who can help anyone with such an attitude? In the same way, there are no words which could act as a pill, which you just pop and receive knowledge about yourself. But there is a treatment for your mental afflictions, and there are ways to cure your mental maladies. The first way is to listen to the glory of the Lord and sing the glory of the Lord. The remedy begins by refraining from indulging in gossip and idle talk that includes both listening and talking. And how much pleasure you derive from idle gossip. Even in the Shiva, you cannot control this compulsive habit. "Oh, you too have come to the Shiva? Where have you come from?" "Aha, Indore. I too am from Indore." What is this? Do you want to form a relationship with that person, or what? Is it possible that you sit idle and don't want to indulge in idle gossip? Women cannot refrain from commenting about each other's clothes, even if it is a chola. So they while their time away. Where did you buy this from? How much did it cost? So on and so forth. The one who derives pleasure in idle gossip, be it listening or talking, such a person cannot be a sadhak, a seeker. It is essential for a seeker to have a measured speech and listen only that which is necessary. Talking excessively, more than what is required, can only create problems, nothing else. Why keep on filling the mind with useless garbage? Will you tolerate your neighbour dumping his garbage in your house? Idle talk and gossip are nothing but garbage. How can you tolerate this filth in your mind? And if you can't resist talking about someone, then better idle gossip rather than idle gossip, i.e. talk about God. Use your tongue to take the Lord's name, to sing the Lord's glory instead of being a busybody who enjoys defaming others. A seeker should remember that whatever we see and hear leaves an impression on our subconscious mind. And this can sprout out any time without announcing itself. I'm going to repeat this if that's okay. A seeker should remember that whatever we see and hear leaves an impression on our subconscious mind, and this can sprout out any time without announcing itself. Your intellect may forget what you hear, but all that information gets stored in your subconscious mind. All the impressions get stored in the storehouse of the subconscious mind, and these will emerge when you sit for meditation. All the thoughts and emotions in relation to the stored information will emerge, and then you keep on getting distracted by them, whereas you were supposed to sit in meditation. It never occurs to you that you yourself have put all the thoughts that arise in your mind. Remember this: whatsoever lies in your mind, you yourself have put it there. In meditation, the layers of your mind, including your subconscious mind, start to unfold, and you get disturbed on seeing all that emerges out. You deludedly think that you only listen to good stuff. You think, I am a good person. I never speak ill of others, and neither do I hear ill of others. I am not an angry person. It is others who make me angry. Why, dear, are you such a fool that others instigate and you become angry? Are you a human or a robot that runs on remote control? Someone presses one button and you become angry. Some other person presses another button and you become sad. Are you a human being or a toy? Sing the glory of the Lord. Listen, the glory of the Lord. This does not mean that listening to satsang only, but be extremely careful on what all input you allow in your mind. Be vigilant and watch what you listen, what you talk. Keep well away from indulging in any mudslinging, any disparagement of others. Do not speak or hear any ill of others. You cannot be a seeker if you get pleasure from all these deplorable activities. A man is identified by the company he keeps. The people we spend most of our time with, they exert a big influence on our mind. Hence, if you have to keep a company, then be with virtuous, truthful people. Otherwise, the consequences will hang on your head like a dangling sword. Have you seen an eagle? The eagle flies high in the sky, but its gaze is fixed on the earth, ever watchful of its prey. Once it sees its prey, it plunges down, forgetting all about the height it was flying, and gets involved in catching the prey. Ramakrishna Paramhans used to say, although the eagle appears to be flying at such lofty heights, butt is in fact as low as the animal that crawls on the ground. In some aspect, you are not unlike the eagle. Ignorant people immersed in their own impurities are like the eagle in a way. No matter how much they listen to lofty words of knowledge, how much meditation they do, their sight is still focused on the crude pursuit of the world, just like everyone else. Then what is the use of the heard knowledge? How will your life get transformed? How will you progress on the spiritual path? That is why I say that it is not enough to merely come to the Guru, to listen to the Guru's words. The actual work has to be done by you when you return home, when you live your life in equanimity. Okay, we'll stop there, that's okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Babaji, Lord Buddha, Guru Ma, and all the Divine Masters. Deep, deep gratitude. Okay, gently sit in a meditative position now. Push your feet, clasp your fingers into fingers, remove any glasses if you're wearing them, and gently close your eyes. And focus on your breath. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel your stomach expand. Hold. And gently remove the breath through your mouth. And again, take a nice deep breath in. Hold. And gently remove through the mouth. And again, a nice deep breath in. Hold. And gently remove through the mouth. And as we focus on each breath, feel the total peace and calm. Be in the here and now and focus on the present moment. Forget what happened in the past and don't worry about the future. Just focus on the here and now. And with each breath, feel the pure air coming into your lungs, cleansing you and energizing you. And with each out-breath, feel all the toxins, any negativity, anything that's been bringing you down, gently being removed. Feel totally at ease, totally at peace. Now let's focus on the soles of our feet, on the top of our feet. Feel them totally relaxed and at ease. Your shins, your calf muscles, knees, thighs, totally, totally relaxed. Your hip area, all your organs within, your kidneys, pancreas, stomach, liver, lungs. Everything is working in sync, in total harmony. With each breath, feel one with your whole body. Now focus on your shoulders, feel them being lowered down, upper arm, lower arm, hands, totally, totally relaxed. Your neck, ears, face, your eyes, nose, mouth, all your facial muscles, and your head totally relaxed. Now, as you feel one with your breath, see yourself as a beautiful, beautiful, bright light sitting in between your eyes. And see yourself coming out of this beautiful body of yours. And as you come out of the body, look down and show deep, deep gratitude for this amazing body is in fact a temple, a walking, talking temple, as we learnt in the chapter, as the divine light that you are, that's also a form of God, resides in this beautiful temple of yours. To show gratitude and bow down to the divine supreme being for blessing us with such a beautiful, beautiful body, mind and soul. Now gently feel yourself leaving this body, coming out of your home, out of the rooftop, into the sky. And as you're waving yourself in the sky as a beautiful light, see yourself as a bright, bright, shining diamond. Beautiful, beautiful star that's absolutely priceless. Priceless and precious. And as you feel yourself as a bright light, see yourself shining diamond. And listen to the sounds around you, the singing of the birds, singing in harmony and being so, so content. Now take yourself further. Feel yourself going through the winds, beautiful wind cleansing you, clearing you. Feel yourself going through the beautiful clouds that feel like cotton wool, soft and pure. And as you go through the clouds, feel as though the clouds are saying, welcome to our area. And they're giving you a big, big hug. As you go higher up, feel the raindrops on you. Feel them cleansing you and healing you, making you totally, totally pure, cleansed. Feel the rain just sprinkling off you. Feel the joy, happiness, bliss. And as you go higher and higher, look up and see the beautiful, beautiful sun. The sun's rays are warming you and cleansing you and heating you up, making you feel warm and dry. Deep, deep gratitude to the beautiful, beautiful 5 elements that are around us. And now that you feel fully cleansed and light, see yourself going higher and higher. And you've got to the top part of this beautiful earth. And see yourself coming higher and higher. And join the other stars that are there. See the different planets around you revolving like clockwork. See all the beautiful galaxies and Milky Ways. What an amazing, amazing cosmos that we live in. Beautiful, bright, vivid colours. The shining, sparkling stars around us. We too are part of this cosmos. We too have a part to play. As a walking, talking temple with the God residing within us. Feel one, feel at ease, feel at peace. To experience this true, true bliss and calmness. Feel totally, totally at peace. And just be in awe, gratitude of the beauty that holds up in this part of the world, this cosmos. the bright, beautiful galaxies, stars. Totally, totally breathtaking. And everything is working in sync, as if it's part of a beautiful, beautiful big jigsaw puzzle. And we too are part of this beautiful jigsaw puzzle and have an amazing role to play. And as you enjoy taking in the beautiful scenery, the bright, bright colours around you, show gratitude for being able to visualize what it would be like to be an actual star. So, so beautiful, so, so amazing. And as you're swaying and enjoying the beauty, take yourself away from this scene now. Gradually come back into our beautiful Mother Earth, this Earth planet. Come through the different layers of the skies and feel the different colours and the different hues of the beautiful sunshine, and also the moon on the other side, shining brightly on us, showing us, as if reflecting on us, saying, you too are just as important, just as valued, just as loved as what you see in the stars, the sun, the moon. Everything has a part to play, including you. Gently feel yourself coming down through the clouds that give you another big hug again. It's very warming and calming. Feel the love of the beautiful birds around you, as if they're putting their wings around you and giving you a hug as well. Feel the wisp of the beautiful wind surrounding you and helping you. And as you float as this beautiful star, feel totally, totally cleansed, healed, peaceful, and happy that you've experienced this wonderful experience, thanks to the magic of our beautiful mind and visualization. And as you gently come down through the different layers of the sky, show gratitude to the Supreme Divine Being for blessing us with this beautiful, beautiful walking, talking temple of a body and our soul that's eternal. Deep, deep gratitude to our parents, grandparents, ancestors for teaching us the true knowledge and uplifting us with their kindness and love and instilling the true values that are making us who we are today. For providing everything for us for our comfort, food, water, clothing, a roof over our heads, and making us happy and making us a priority in their lives. Deep, deep gratitude to our siblings, our spouse, our partners, all our family and friends, our children, because each one of them are here to teach us a lesson, to help us on our soul path, to reach our soul purpose. Deep, deep gratitude to all our gurus, all our teachers that are there as our masters, helping us and helping us to see who we truly are, giving us the true mirror to delve within and see the Lord that resides within us. Deep, deep gratitude to every single person in our life that's made a difference and helped us in some shape or form. And deep, deep gratitude for everything that we've been blessed with, from the morsel of food that we have on our plate to every single drop of water that we're so blessed to be able to drink, cook, clean with. Everything in our life that we take for granted, show deep, deep gratitude from our homes, our clothes, our workplace, our colleagues, the money we have, the good fortune, the abundance, joy and happiness, all the true treasures that make us who we are and give us true happiness. Deep, deep gratitude to the mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, birds, all the species, nature, Mother Earth, all the 5 elements. Deep, deep gratitude to the scriptures, our books, to technology, this Zoom platform, everything that's helping us on our journey to evolve and grow. Deep, deep gratitude to all the divine masters for all their help and support and making us who we are and helping us grow on our spiritual path. Day by day, we are blossoming like beautiful flowers. Deep, deep gratitude to our family and friends for all their help and support. And deep, deep gratitude to you all, Divine Masters, for sharing your divine energy with us today. Now gently see yourself as this beautiful sparkling light. Come back into this amazing body of ours, this walking, talking temple, and feel one with your body once again. Now gently rub your hands and place them over your beautiful eyes and feel the amazing energy, the cosmic energy that we've just received going into your eyes. Spread this over your beautiful faces, ears, head, neck, shoulders, arms, chest, stomach, thighs, knees, legs, feet, and place them anywhere where you need more healing and more warmth, and feel totally, totally at peace and ease. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Babaji, Lord Buddha, Guru Ma, and all the Divine Masters for all your help, support, and blessings with this amazing chapter and this amazing meditation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We can't hear you, Monica Ji. Can you unmute, please?
Oh, sorry. Thank you so much, Meena ji. You create, the scene when you are talking, especially the gossip one was like, oh my God, that's how when we go out, we were like, oh, our focus is like we start creating relationship with even unknown people, right? Um, and these both chapters give a deep insight regarding the normal uh, person going for rituals, where ritual is important, but the thing is, am I'm doing rituals or I am doing it on behalf of someone, right? Like I have to brush my teeth. I can't brush someone else's teeth. Means it means I'm relating it with the book, not anything related to any in personal. And the way Guru Ma explained that when the person he was doing rituals, he took just 10 minutes, and in 10 minutes he satisfied all the ancestors and everyone. So these things are not realistic. We know, if it is so easy, why we have so many gurus from different eras, which keep focusing on the key factor that do meditation, bring that change within yourself. You are responsible for yourself, no one else. And Whatever you are doing, if you are not doing it, no one else can do it for you. Even a teacher can give you the insight, but whatever the teacher is saying, if you're not applying in your life won't change. And on the same time, like our company matters a lot, with whom I'm hanging, what kind of thinking. And yes, also it is right, it's a truth, authentic, that sometimes, means I'm just focusing on myself, I'm not pointing on anyone. Whatever is my mode in entire day, even if I like some post, I share it. So people say like, in the morning you look very upset, right now you are very happy. I said, hello, it means you are focusing too much on me. You're focusing too much on me, whereas I am enjoying my life. I'm watching and I'm liking something and I'm sharing it with you. For me, it is like it is holding some kind of knowledge or message, which is important, and sometimes funny things also. uh, it is real that in 24 hours I'm not in the same state of mind, right? When I have to cook food, my energy is different. When I'm talking to someone, my energy is different. Spending time with my family, my energy is different. Spending time with my colleagues, I'm very mindful, very aware of it, because they're my work colleague, right? So what means, everything depend on like with whom you're hanging and what kind of environment it is. And with kids we become kids
Mm.
because they are holding that kind of energy. And when we are in the meeting, when we are discussing about something, immediately our mindset is completely different. We
Mm.
become very professional. And when we are in our families, we know, means whatever, I don't have to filter myself. They know me from the core,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
This so beautifully Anandma explained every single thing, and how she mentioned that um, Lord Buddha make it so easy for all of us to understand why transformation is important,
Mm.
why focusing on your own self is very important. um it is like, nowadays we have the Google map give us the directions and everything, right? And the same direction my divine is giving me through my intuition, right? And I'm doubting that, but I won't doubt Google. Whereas Google is man-made, right? Intuition is my connection with my own self, right?
Mm.
And there's so many beautiful things come when you read the chapter. Even during the meditation, I was like, I was feeling every single thing. So when, until and unless I'm in a complete surrender, I'm not following the guidance, I'm not going through that process, I can't say anything. And we all are on a different level. um, Even our five fingers are not same. No one fingerprint in the entire world is the same. Even in the in a family, all family members have a different unique personality, right? Sometimes we say that this person have, ideology like the same person. Maybe that particular person is idol of that family member, but even though that person have a different personality, doesn't matter, they have few of the things they have from that person in their personality. So from all these things, one thing is like, even when our teacher give means the teacher is giving um, explaining everything to all students same. Some grasp it very clearly, some are just on the top, some are on the bottom, they go into the core. But we all are. But when we go through that exam, when we write the answers, when the teacher checked it, the teacher know what is my level. I might make fool of other people who don't have that deep insight, but the guru who can see through me like this, he can filter everything, make it clear for me. Like, look, what you are thinking, what you are expecting. You are not seeing through the things clearly. Now you choose this path. Now, go on this path, but with this mindset, I have to improve myself.
Mm.
It like you are reading book every day. If I'm interested, that's why I'm enjoying this session. I'm joining it every day. I like to learn something, but even though in the learnings few things we miss, we won't grasp everything,
Mm.
right? Why I'm saying that, like Guru Ma said that, that person is not authentic who will say that I'm in a peace. You can't be in peace all the time.
Mm.
You can't. It means you're pretending. From inside, you're fully broken. That's why you're pretending. And a person is like who is going through the situation, but over the period of time through meditation, w- we cope with it. We cope with it because, like, our subconscious mind uh, is keep getting that calm vibes when we are doing meditation. And even in that kind of a situation, it is not like hitting us rock bottom. It is bringing peace to us, harmony to us, so that we can accept it, and we won't judge it. We won't means take it other way around. We were like, okay, now it happened. It happened, so I can't do it. I have only the choice to accept it, and to analyze it, that why this situation happened. I don't have to repeat the pattern. Like in yesterday chapter, Ma said that, if you're repeating pattern, it means you are not doing any work on yourself. I always say people, if your life is the same like where you started it 10 years ago, it means the fault is in you. If nothing change your behavior, or people won't see any improvement in yourself, if people criticize me, I have to be very happy for that.
Mm.
They're bringing something to me, where I'm not focusing, right? Or maybe I'm ignoring that part of me. But when they're bringing that into my intention, then I was like, oh, okay, this is the area where I have to improve myself.
Mm.
And also, like Guruma said, that the gossip, from one gossip, it goes to mean so many things. But when we start talking about spiritual talk, right? We will start with more saints, sadhus. We are talking about the things where we learn from each other,
Mm.
where we are not wasting our energies, where we understand that if I am talking like this, my energy will flow in a frequency where automatically I connect myself with more positivity.
Mm.
See, all the sadhu saints, they always wear very normal clothes. They eat very normal food. They are too much detached with the worldly things, but still they are enjoying everything.
Mm.
And how beautifully Guru Ma mentioned that, when she was on a airport, how the people behavior change in a couple of minutes, right?
Ego, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Ego
that's
of them.
ego,
Mm.
right? Because they know before it is beneficial for them, but later on, they with the same situation, they get frustrated. The situation which is even created by them or by someone else.
Mm.
But we won't, means like we won't surrender ourselves. We won't think that I'm egoistic. I have to work on myself. I have to let go of things actually, and I have to treat everyone equally. Like Guru Ma says so beautifully, the flowers throw on yourself and say.
I think I've heard you say that, Monikaji. That made me think of what you said, because what she said is we're a walking, talking temple. So the divine resides within us. So you don't need to go into a concrete building, Gurudwara Mosque Temple, to find an enlightenment, because the divine resides within us. And that is a key core of this book, I think, that you need to delve inwards, and that you can get through meditation. So that was a key learning for me today, that we don't need to run around everywhere. There's gutas left, right, and centre, programs going on. There's so much happening around us, but you don't have to be in that, the thick of that, to get pure enlightenment, to reach your soul purpose. You just need to focus on yourself. And the bit about gossip as well, that it hits your subconscious level. That's why I read it twice. I thought, this is so deep. You don't realize that gossip or anything that you see, hear, you may not actually take it in, but subconsciously you're feeding it, and it will come out when you meditate or in some state. So it's being mindful that are we actually using our time wisely, or are we taking others' issues into us without realizing it?
Also, you're creating illusions in your mind. Like we are talking to each other on a regular basis, even though we don't know more about one and another, to be frank, right? Because we all deal in all situation differently. Sometimes my mindset is different, sometimes your mindset is different, and some maybe it might be very surprising for me in future if me or as someone else react differently. Don't create any illusion in your mind. Sometimes people meet people and for no reason they don't like them. Why you don't like them? It means they trigger something within you. That's why you don't like them. And whatever the Guru Ma said, that what Mahavatar Babaji told me 6.5 years ago. He said, you are going out for looking the divine. He is within you. You don't need to go anywhere. You can find him inside your body. You will find it wherever you are. Otherwise, go wherever you will go, you won't find it. Stop doing the rituals and everything. Straightforward, stop doing the rituals. He said, just you are in that in your mind, I have to go to the temple. I mentioned it so many times, like from at like in today's chapter, even Guru Ma mentioned that
Mm.
we go and we stand in the queue, we wait for the light. And what happen is, the moment you are in the front of the deities, few seconds, next, few seconds, next. You been there to perform something. You did means the it is kind of a formality. It is not like you are doing the way it needs to be done.
Mm.
Right? But at home, if I'm sitting and I am inviting my ancestors or anyone, I'm not against anything, but we are discussing what the chapter is all about, and we are just reflect. It is a reflection of that this chapter.
Mm.
um, uh, and ideas related to today's topic. No personal thing about anyone's means choices.
Mm.
Even in today's chapter, how Guru Ma said that the person, how this that person did everything within 10 minutes. Uh, our ancestors, we are following their legacy. How that thing, my grandparents, my parents, and their great grandparents, how can for all of them I can perform the rituals within 10 minutes? It is kind of impossible thing. And when we do meditation, we call all our gurus, we call all our masters, and we request them for the guidance, right?
Mm.
We feel their presence. So, if I'm sitting here, if I bow to all my ancestors, I can perform anything, means any prayer here.
Mm.
For that, I don't have to, because, for example, I'm doing a formality just to show off that I did it, but maybe I won't mean it. My soul is not there. My soul is missing. Like even in the meditation, yes, sometimes people are physically there, mentally they are somewhere else. But if you are physically, mentally, and emotionally, you are in that moment, you connect on a soul level. You feel it, and then you were like, oh yeah, that's how the things goes. So deep insight. Thank you to Guruma and oversharing also. Um, when you talk about gossip, you know, it is like there is a very tiny thread, and you're stretching, and you're making the story this big, right? You're creating more illusion from one illusion, right? It is very interesting thing.
Mm-hmm. It's a garbage of other people. It's other people's garbage that you're taking into this home of ours, giving it rent. You're hoarding that. You're giving rent to someone else's issues and problems. Why? Focus on yourself. Life's too short. We don't know whether our next breath is going to be here or whether this could be our last breath. Our life is so priceless that we waste it on talking of other people's issues and sorrows, and we lose ourselves. But that's what people are like these. And if you get sucked into people and company like that, you too end up becoming like that. So in my mind, I'd rather have no friends than have friends that are going to take me on the wrong path. If that makes sense, I'm quite happy not to have too many friends because I'm quite selective. That's just me. Because
Me
I'm
too.
scared that I don't want to be in the wrong company. I always said to my daughters, be careful of who you choose because the company you keep colours you. I've always said that to them ever since they were little going to school. Remember, the company you keep colours you because you aspire to become like the people you hang around with.
True. And how beautifully Guru Ma said, while you were talking, about the dog.
What's the next door's neighbour's dog doing? Does he care? That means animals have got a better intellect than we have because we're so concerned about every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Whereas the dog doesn't care. You feed me, give me water, take me for walks. I'm happy. Happy, Larry. I don't need anybody else. I don't need to know what the dog's doing next door.
I'm minding my own business.
Mind my own business. Yeah.
No, in the depth, this is very deep actually. This is very deep that they love unconditionally. They won't judge anyone, right? This is the human being who judge everyone. Yesterday I was watching something which really make me so means like, they said a person wait for 84 lakh yonis to get this
Human form.
yeah, human form, and then in the when once this person came into his or her human form, they start creating karma. They again start the same circle. That's funny.
I didn't get that.
You
Sorry. Can you repeat that? Sorry, as in.
actually in the he said very nicely. He said after 84 lakh forms, you got this human life, right? Rather than utilizing it in getting salvation, you create wrong karmas so that you will come back and you will means again and again do the same task. So he said, what's the point of you for going for that much lifetimes to do means these type of stupid things when you got the human form rather than getting salvation. It makes sense actually when you think in the depth.
Even the
uh,
Devdas, they're jealous of our human form, isn't they? Say the Devdas can't achieve moksha like we can. So they actually are envious of us having this human body. So we're super blessed when you look at it that way.
Yeah, that's what that person was saying. He said, You are begging for this form. And what you are doing when once you got it, you are taking it so for granted. You're
Mm,
using it, holding grudges, anger against people, lying about other people's, to focusing too much on other people's character, not looking towards your own self. Put a mirror in front of you so you can see through your own soul,
mm,
and it's a great learning actually.
mm,
Yes, we means we born like a sand, tree, plants, different forms of plants, animals, all right. And then I got this human form. I have to show more gratitude. I have a roof over my head. I have food in front of me. I have means I have a good life. I'm blessed with clothes. I'm blessed with so many luxuries in my life, but still rather than means even if we start showing gratitude since from the morning, the first hour when you use your bathroom, how many times we say gratitude for my bathroom, for my brush, my teeth, for my toothpaste. Means if you go even with the small things,
Mm.
for a whole day, whatever the task you do, start writing for everything gratitude. How many times you drink water, say thank, show gratitude.
Mm.
That way you realize that I'm giving value to the things, I'm not taking any single thing for granted. And when you are in that zone, you are using your energies in a good form
Mm.
rather than against someone or something.
Mm.
And that way y- you feel the god within you.
Yeah. Even simple things like before you get into the actual bathroom, the door handle, the doorknob, the door itself, the poor tree has been sacrificed for that door to be there. Wood, we take it for granted. That was a living tree, and now it's gracing you as a door, but we never see that. We just blindly see it as a door, and we don't actually make the connection how blessed we are to have nature within our home.
Yeah, if you think about the nature, the table, all the furniture we have in our home,
Mm.
w- we don't know where that this tree grown up,
Mm.
where now it means the how many hands made this beautiful table or other furniture for myself.
Mm. Mm.
How many time I'm showing gratitude to her, but if something is not good, we complain like this,
Mm.
you know.
Change your
So
mindset.
so many,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Kalpana ji, would you like to share something? You're just smiling.
Thank
Welcome
you.
after a
I
long
joined a
time.
bit late. I forgot about it, so I joined a bit late. But it was perfect timing for me because what they were saying was exactly what I've experienced recently. So it was just the right. But you're right. I think we forget how to say grateful, and after having this issue, I've realized that gossiping is bad because all it does, it hurt us, nobody else. I don't gossip too much. I do love talking to people. I will admit it. But I don't actually gossip. I just say they're nice. I never point out. Only today, my neighbor was saying, um, this is the lady thing. And I was telling her, as we grow older, everybody's looking signs, you have to go through your body changes, there's facial hair, things like that. And she was just saying that she went to, they have a gathering they go to. And her friend just came up to her and started messing around saying, what was this? Why haven't you done something about it? And I'm thinking, why is it that it's only the facial look that people think about? The person inside is so much better. Why can't they see that go beyond the outer wrapping? So as you say, when we meet, we gossip a lot more. We waste time gossiping when we should talk about something nice, make ourselves feel happy. And then maybe like that we'll take more care of being grateful for what we have. I don't know.
And they also
That,
say, don't they, when you look at other people's weaknesses and faults, those come into you. So wherever your attention, your focus
yeah,
goes, your energy goes. So even by
yeah,
gossiping negative things about other people, you're almost like opening your door, inviting it into you
that's right. That's right.
without
Well, I've had
realizing.
a lot of that happen. I'm always saying, great, be nice to people, let everybody come in, be helpful, things like that. But people don't always do that. They have ulterior motives, and before you know it, you suddenly find it took me a long time to realize that, oh, they're competing. They're looking at it in terms of the competing nature rather than just, let's have fun, let's be together, let's enjoy life that has been given to us, as you say, after so many yonis, 84, we get this very precious life and we're wasting it away.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Kalpana, what
sad.
you just said is correct because I'm a single parent. So always people were saying, "Oh, you're so blessed. You have boys, being a single parent with the boys. I said, what do you think? Like, doesn't matter, I have a girl or boy.
Yeah,
The issues are the same. The means a child is need mother for protection, and the mother have to play the role of mother and father both. And
yeah,
it doesn't matter with the gender of the child, right? And means if they are boy, they are girl, that is not more important. The more important is the process is the same for the growth of a, means the mother have to give the same time to a girl, the same time to the
yeah,
boy, right? The same focus both the kids need, that is more important. But then later on I realized that rather than Kalpana ji, we can diffuse the things by just taking it to other way around. How I now I say, oh, thank you for bringing this to my intention. In the past I was not aware, but
yeah,
now I will keep in. It means I completely turn the conversation to other way, so that I diffuse it.
yeah.
I'm not agree with that, even I'm not disagree with that, but on the same time I accept it and I appreciate, because that is their thinking.
That's right. That's right. And as you say, if we're not careful, our subconscious will take all the wrong things. I think if I look at my life, because I'm in a very, joint family sort of atmosphere, which I love it, but it has its challenges, it has its challenges. And then you suddenly sit there thinking, oh, what's happened? I never used to think like that, but somebody put the wrong, and it's the wrong seeds that grow so quickly. The weeds grow quicker than the good thoughts that, so we have to be so very careful. And as you said, we need to associate with the right people so that they can bring us back to normality, to where we should be, and not get sidetracked going somewhere we shouldn't be.
And the thing is, when you agree with someone, because that is their mindset, they are not telling you that this is your perspective.
Yeah,
They are actually talking about themselves, their
that's
own
right.
mindset. So it is like in the past, means the sometime it was like for me hitting my own head in the wall, right?
Yeah,
So then I was like, okay, rather than doing this, I have a means. And the thing is, what happened is, when you see through the things, we because we practice meditation, we are very calm, we are very aware, we know what we are talking. On the same time, if someone is talking, we observe it also. That is not everyone's cup of tea.
yeah,
People talk, 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 but they don't realize what they are talking about,
yeah,
what they are talking about. But some people, they are very aware of what they are talking, how they are behaving, and they also have means idea about other people. It is only with the people who are very calm from inside, who are very calm, that's why they observe it, that's why they notice those things. But yeah, just this that is none of your business to interfere in someone's else life. That is free will for them, for free will for myself. That's why I said, yeah, whatever you are saying, I'm really I agree with it. And thanks for bringing it into my intention. I never think that way, because even though in that way they are teaching you something,
yeah,
they are teaching you something, because you never think about a particular thing in that way. You're so innocent, so pure, so authentic, that they think that you are fool, but whereas you are not.
Mm.
You are not. You can see through the things. That's
yeah,
why they are pretending that way. So we have to agree with everyone, and we have to give our mind the right direction all the time. Filter everything all the time. Like, you know what? Yeah, this is the right path. I'm on the right path. I hear everyone, but I do what my conscious and subconscious mind guides me, because my guidance not coming only from me. I myself have my soul journey from so many years.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have the example of Prahlad. He was such a young devotee who have more knowledge than his own father,
Mm.
right? And on the same time, if you see the Shabri, she waited, she gave her eaten stuff to Lord Rama, offered. She was so innocent, so innocent.
That's right.
And with the Ahilya, she was in the form of a stone. So,
Yeah.
the same type of energies are around us. We can't change anyone else. We can't. I always say, mind your own business. Choose free will for yourself and others. If you don't like what someone else is saying, then
Move on.
just don't take anything personally. Maybe sometime my ideology is not or my, like, one, as I mentioned, that Prahlad was so young, but he was highly intelligent and spiritual, right? The same way, we don't have to judge anyone. Some people have more spiritual knowledge than us. That's why we go, and when we listen to them, we feel that connection, and with other people we won't feel that connection. If you're standing in a room, there are few people. Okay, sometime it might happen with you. With me it happens so often. If I go somewhere, I see people's head turn the moment I enter there, and I was like, what they saw in me.
Your
So
aura and your
it's,
energy, your
yeah, your
positivity.
aura and energy match with their aura and energy. That's why you feel that connection immediately.
Mm,
So the life is so beautiful, but how I take it.
mm.
Praise others. The more you will praise others, the more praise will come to you. Um, I was reading an article where this person was saying very nicely. He said, if you're lacking in something, start giving that thing to others. If you think that no one respects you, start giving respect to other people. If you think no one loves you, start loving others. If because it is not like no one loves you, actually you are empty from inside to give others love. So deep when you means think that way.
And also
Yeah.
the bit where she said that made me laugh, that it's because of the ego of man that makes them have more anger. The difference as to why men get irate and more angry is because their ego is greater than women. But I think sometimes I disagree, because women can be just as angry to some
Especially these
degree.
days.
To some
Actually, the
degree.
thing is, in the past, it was a patriarchy. The man was the in charge, so the women were holding so much inside. Then they get so frustrated. I remember last 1.5 years ago, I did a session where these two elderly ladies, 84 plus and 92 plus, right? They attended the session, and literally they were crying in the end. And they both were saying, this is the first time we are talking to someone. We are never able to talk.
To be seen and not heard. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can relate to
And
that.
I was like, and they said, like, we are waiting for your sessions.
Mm.
It really gave me goosebumps, like, oh my God, how much they hold inside.
Yeah.
And then I said, okay, now the platform is yours. Whatever you want to say,
Speak your
right?
heart out. Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, share this video with others also.
This is the platform to speak your
It's
heart out.
it's almost like that movie. I don't know if you've seen it. The Indian movie. I like it very much. The Shandaki, what is it? Bullseye. It's based on a true story about these two ladies who are in Rajasthan, and they became shooters. Shooter daddy. Shandki and Ak. Shandki Ak. Because they could shoot. They actually wanted their daughters to be free from this men's overpower thing. And in doing so, they became shooters themselves. And the men couldn't accept it that they were so good at first. But they made history, because it's based on true story, isn't it? Shooter daddies. There was two of them. And I think hats off to them to come out like that. It was
We
amazing.
need to,
It's worth
my
it.
dad.
Really good. That
Yeah.
movie.
You know
Chand Ki Aankh. That's what.
yeah, Sand Ki Aankh, I think that, and I saw that movie also, and we got this opportunity to live in Haryana. My dad was posted into Hanumangarh. Oh
Wow.
my God, we were in the village, and oh my God, they are means the women do so many tasks. You know, they go to
Feel-
their farm, yeah, to their fields, and they were taking the cart.
Yeah.
And I was like, and they have that
The
gungan, I don't
veil.
know what we say. Yeah, yeah. And they are like shouting to everyone that side, yeah, let's us go. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah. Incredible. That
Mhm.
veil had so much. You know, they were such powerful ladies, and hats off to them. You know, it's amazing that they did that. Yeah. I'm glad. I'm very much of a feminist. I think I'm glad that the women are now trying to, say, look, you can't do this. We're also, we've got a life too. We should be living too. It's nice to know.
You know, if you won't stand for yourself, no one else will stand. Like today's in the beginning, the Guru Ma said that no one can perform even a ritual on behalf of you if you are not ready from inside.
That's right.
Right, so that is what very important. You need to stand up, you need to speak up for yourself, no one else will do it. And even if no one likes it, appreciate it,
Yeah.
appreciate it, so show gratitude for that actually.
That's,
That okay, now my eyes are wide open.
yeah.
Lovely. On that note, I think we should say good night. It's 10 past
I
9.
know.
I could talk to you ladies all evening. I've got some household chores to finish
Never
off.
end.
Thank you,
Deep,
thank
deep
you, thank
gratitude. We'll
Thank
meet again tomorrow and carry on with the amazing chapter. Thank you so much for joining us today, Gautama. It's nice to have a new insight into your thoughts as well.
No, thank you. I missed it over the weeks, and I thought, oh, I'll join in today, but I was late again. Sorry.
Oh, thank you for being here. And thank you, Monica, as always. Deep, deep gratitude for your insight, your knowledge, experience. It's
That's
really,
right.
really appreciated. We wouldn't be here
Yeah.
without you, honestly.
No, that's
This
true.
platform
we
wouldn't be here
all are
without.
here to uplift each other, you know. Doesn't matter, I'm also learning from you, so we all are here to learn from each
We
other.
all
So
have
deep,
to
deep
learn.
gratitude. Thank you.
Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.